All right, so this is the 15 tiny homes that will blow your mind.
Despite what your real estate agent may tell you, chances are that you don't need $1 million house with a massive backyard in the back, a large pool, 7 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, and a movie room. However, what you do need is a roof over your head, so long as the space isn't too much of an issue. Then you may be interested in joining the tiny house revolution. Here are the
Yeah, I
top
love
15
tiny homes. I
tiny
used to watch
homes that will blow your mind.
so many videos on tiny homes. I swear to God.
Number 15, the Coda Loft Micro. If you've always dreamed of living in an above-ground concrete bunker, then the Coda Loft Micro is the house for you. Made by the Estonian company Coda, these homes are essentially small steel cubes that are nothing if not stylish. Coming in at 28.8 square meters and weighing in at 10 tons, they have a steel frame with a wooden exterior and can be transported by crane and placed nearly anywhere. Each comes with a fully working mechanical, electrical, and plumbing utility.
All look nice,
has furnishings such as a built-in fridge, fully equipped bathroom, and comfortable sleeping area in the cube's loft. All of these furnishings complement the very well laid out floor plan, which has a small terrace, a good-sized living room with high ceilings at the front of the house, a kitchen and a bathroom at the back, and a loft bedroom above the kitchen and bathroom. And while pricing is dependent on where you live and how many extras you add, this certainly is a stylish option for the modern minimalist.
It's cool, but
Number 14,
I feel like
the Mason Miller.
the whole house can hear your stuff going on.
Oftentimes, members of the miniature
regardless
home
of like
community
anyone in the house, like I feel like you'll hear yourself, regardless of there's like furniture in the house and all that too.
Things into their own hands in regards to building their pint-sized property, and Macy Miller was no exception. Hailing from Boise, Idaho, in 2014 she traded her 2,500 square foot residence for a 196 square foot home she built herself after dealing with a long and complex foreclosure settlement. Now, the house itself is beautiful, and it features a wooden exterior, a host of high-tech appliances, a lofted king-size bed, and a clean and modern all-white look.
This reminds me of like van life, just like on a bigger scale, maybe even like a school bus van life, right? I don't know if y'all seen that. Search up some van lives. I was stuck on that for a minute, but it's pretty much people like renovating their vans into whatever appliances and necessities they need inside their home or their van, right? And they basically just make it a home, and essentially it looks like this, but on wheels sometimes, most of the time.
But despite all of these features, she spent just $11,000.
See, like you can like get this framework into a school bus, same thing, bro. Just make it on wheels.
$500 constructing it, with the most expensive piece being, of all things, the $2,000 compost toilet that was added mainly because it uses little to no water. As a result, because she owns her tiny home outright, she only has to pay the rent for the land it sits on, making this an extremely economical option. Therefore, Macy Miller's home just goes to show that living in a tiny home can be a great choice for those that want to save some serious cash. Number 13, the
still
Quay
gotta
House.
get the land though. Where are you gonna get that
More
land?
famously known as the smallest house in Great Britain, the Quay House, which is located in Conway, Wales, is the only property on this list that can actually be considered to be too small. You see, the minuscule manor was first built in the 16th century.
That's like 8 feet max. Like from the left side to the right, that's like 8
had
feet
people
max,
living inside of it until the year 1900. This is because during this year, 6-foot 3-inch tall tenant Robert Jones, who was too tall to even stand up inside of its rooms, was forced to move out when the council declared the house unfit for human habitation. And in all honesty, considering that this 2-story home is only 3.05 meters by 1.8 meters, it's not hard to see their point. Nowadays, Robert's descendants have kept it and run it as a local tourist attraction, with daily tours being held so that visitors can have a glimpse of this pint-sized property.
In SF, $1,500 a month.
Number 12, the $1 million.
My homie told me that he had this spot in SF when he was living there. That he was essentially living in a closet damn near. I don't know how much he was paying. I don't know, like 1,000 or what, but he was essentially living in a closet, no window, like a shared wall, barely a door. Like I don't know.
Shack.
Right here, look at this. In the Bay Area, $700,000.
While many of the entries on this list are relatively cheap, this tiny shack in Toronto shows just how high housing prices have become in Canada's most desirable city. Located near the popular neighborhood of Little Italy, this 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom property is advertised as a, quote, rare detached bungalow located in the heart of Toronto. And while this may be true, it certainly is less than impressive. After all, the outside and backyard aren't in the best shape, and the interior, while modern, isn't exactly filled with luxury appliances. As a result, due to it also having a detached 2-car
What is this?
garage filled with luxury appliances. As a result,
Is this the bathtub? Oh, okay.
due to it also having a detached 2-car garage, it has an insanely high asking price of $1 million.
Yo!
This may
Yo!
seem insane to many. Considering that real estate market is as hot as it is, there's a pretty good chance that it will sell sooner rather than later.
Nah.
Number 11.
It'll actually
Ultra
sell
modern
too.
mansion.
That's fucking wild.
While many of the houses on this list are kind of cramped, this tall yet slim edition is proof that a tiny house can still be somewhat spacious. Crafted by Lisa and Matt Hobbs of New South Wales, Australia, it comes in at an incredibly thin 2.5 meters by 9 meters, but has a high
I've
ceiling
seen
that
this.
gives
No,
it
I think I've seen a separate video on this. They actually I don't know where it's from, but they did a showcase on this, and
a
it's
very
actually pretty
lofty
legit.
feel. With its all-black exterior, high-tech
I
appliances,
think they put
and sharp
two
edges,
bins on
it
top of
certainly
each other.
does have a very modern look to it. And it even has a number of very interesting personal touches, with the most notable of all being a cat run out on the back,
That's pretty
which
sick.
gives their much-loved pet some space to play safely from the house. Best of all, despite its tall height, it can technically be relocated anywhere. However, its high ceilings mean that quite a few additional permits would be necessary in order to do so. Regardless, this amazing abode is a true testament to the fact that space and style should never have to compromise for one another. Number 10. The Glenn Bunsen House. Coined as the smallest house in the world, the Glenn Bunsen House, which has been called a, quote, dog crate
What
on
the
steroids
hell?
by the Boston Times, is truly an exercise in extreme minimalism. Although technically not the world's smallest home, at 25 square feet, it comes
Okay, that photo didn't do it justice. No, that's actually like he just lays in there. That's just like a little that's a glorified coffin, bro.
pretty darn close. And it has many of the amenities that you'd expect in a regular
Yo,
home. with the
no, that
exception
photo made it look
everything is
hella
extremely
bigger than it
compressed.
was.
For example, the Glenn
Like
Bunsen
twice the
house
size.
has home essentials such as a sink, a shower, a gas stove, and a solid waste
Oh, I
system.
thought he was.
To add a little flair,
Oh,
it also has a wind
going downhill,
turbine
he's going
and
downhill.
gray water system, which waters the flower boxes where Glenn Bunsen grows arugula. Yet best of all, the house is extremely portable, and it not only has wheels, but can fit inside the trunk of a regular-sized van, meaning that it can allow you to set up shop anywhere and everywhere. Best of all, if you
No.
like to experience life inside this pint-sized property, you can in fact rent it out on Airbnb. And although it comes in at a reasonable price of $55
You think he like puts it on a truck bed, drives around the truck, stations the truck, and walks around with the houses or something?
bucks, the cost per square foot is definitely much higher than almost everything else on the market.
Dude, no, this photo makes it look like it's the height of him for a second. At first, but now I want to know what it looked like.
Number 9, tiny but techie. While most
Oh, this
tiny
me, this me.
homeowners are willing to sacrifice some modern-day conveniences in exchange for more storage area, Nationwide Marketing Group's 34 square meter high-tech tiny home turns this idea on its head. Built by the tiny homemaking company Perch and Nest in August of 2019 at a price of $125,000, it stands apart due to it having $25,000 worth of tech inside of it. In particular, it's stocked to the rim with GE appliances, as it has a GE profile refrigerator, range, hood, and stack
It's a smart tiny house, essentially, huh?
washer dryer unit. All of these appliances are controlled via the GE Hub touch panel, with said panel being also used to control the home's
I need
GE
this.
smart
I need
lighting.
to control my
In
whole
addition
house
to all of
from
this
my
tech,
phone.
the home also features Philips Hue strip lighting, Google Nest security cameras, a Google Nest Hub voice control, an LG 55-inch display, a Sonos soundbar and subwoofer, and Klipsch indoor-outdoor speakers. When you further consider that all of this can then be brought from place to place thanks to the home's movability, this just goes to show that high-tech luxuries can follow
They
you
need to show me
wherever you
around the
go
house a little
if you
more,
choose
though.
to travel in a
You
decked-out
showed me
tiny
the same
home.
clips 3 times, I swear.
We're constantly adding more people to the top 5. If you happen to be in Germany and would like to purchase a simple yet functional house,
Germany.
look no further than the Seelenkiste.
That's cool.
Translating to Soul Box in German, it's made by a small design studio called
Yo.
Alle Guten Dinge, and is intended to be used as a retreat from the hustle and bustle of everyday
It's
life.
legit just a
In
box.
terms of its materials,
Oh,
it's made
oh, I
with
didn't see
wooden
that.
frames that are
Whoa.
clad from the outside with glass
Whoa,
fiber
that's
and
pretty cool. That's
reinforced
pretty
plastic panels. And as a result, it can be easily transported and built in
it
practically any location.
looks like a box.
Yet
Like
what really
legit.
sets it apart is its three-story design, as it features a living room on the
Yo,
ground floor,
that's pretty cool.
an
That's pretty
elevated
cool.
bedroom on the second floor, and a small study space with a desk on the top floor. With the entire interior featuring lightwood cabinets and shelves. To top this off, the designers chose to make the structure have no windows, with it instead having an adjustable opening that can be opened or closed
All
at
the
will
mosquitoes
depending on
getting
the
in.
weather. As a
All the
result, if you
mosquitoes,
want a
all the
boutique and
spiders, all the
minimalist home
bugs,
that will
all
allow
the
you to
whatever.
relax in style, then the Zeelenkiste is certainly
You about to find
a
spider webs
superb
inside
selection.
it instantly.
Number 7, the Nala Cabin. If you want to go camping without having to worry about bugs, bears, or broken tent poles, then the Nala Cabin is for you. Located on the Finnish island of Valsaari, which is just southeast of the capital of Helsinki, it's a holiday home made by boutique
Helsinki!
designer Robert
Any
Falk.
money house fans?
Named Nala after the Finnish word for zero, the mobile cabin
Yeah,
is
those
built
hella
to be the
relaxing, though,
ultimate
I'm not gonna lie.
environmentally friendly zero-emission getaway. Regarding its materials, it's made with sustainable products such as local pine and plywood,
You got
and it
no
has
curtain
A-frame
though.
glass windows to give guests
It's
a
about to
view
get hot up
akin
in
to
there.
opening the flaps of a tent. Interestingly enough, its energy supply is entirely renewable, as the cabin's
I couldn't
electricity
live
is
in there,
generated by
though.
solar panels,
I could
while
stay
the
in there a
stove
night
runs
or
on
two.
renewable
I couldn't
diesel
live in
created
here.
from waste and residue. However, this means that some modern luxuries such as running water and an indoor toilet are not present. However, this hasn't stopped tourists from booking the Nala Cabin in droves.
Where do
And it's
you where do you
reportedly
shower
almost
though?
impossible to get a booking for it on
There's a
Airbnb.
shower nearby.
Yet due to its simple materials, Falk insists a similar type of design can really be built
What
anywhere,
up?
and that its lightweight qualities mean that it can even be transported from place to place. As a result, we wouldn't be surprised if more of these minimalistic getaways are
I'm
created
reacting
in the
to
near future.
15 tiny homes that will blow your mind.
Number
right now.
6, the Matchbox. Generally speaking, tiny homes are an enticing option for those paying high rents, and Jay Austen was a perfect example of someone who decided to go and follow this trend. An artist from Washington, D.C., he was tired of paying over $1,200 in rent for an apartment he didn't even like, so in 2012 he decided to go off the
It do
grid
be like
and make his own little piece of paradise. Dubbed the Matchbox, life inside of it was tough at first. He moved into the home even before he had installed basic amenities such as heating, electricity, or running water. However, after about a year and a half, he finally completed the space, which despite it being just 13 square meters, had everything from a comfortable loft
No, that's
bed
sick. Wait.
to an induction burner powered by solar panels. Best of all, due to it being built on wheels, this house could travel anywhere,
Wait, this
meaning
is
that he
sick.
could pick up and go
It was hella
whenever
nice
he
inside.
pleased. However, this story unfortunately has a sad ending, as
Oh.
he and his girlfriend were actually killed by ISIS militants in 2018 after being captured while they were biking through Tajikistan. As a result, it goes without saying that both of them will truly be missed. Number 5, the Drina
What?
River House. While a house on the water may be the dream of many, the Drina River House takes this to a whole new level. Located in the Drina River
What?
in Serbia, it sits atop a set of stilts that sit atop a large rock in the middle of the waterway, giving it a stunning yet very precarious position on top of the river. Now, the first rendition of the house was made all the way
pretty cool.
back in 1968, when a group of local boys created it as a fun summer project. Yet by the fall, the river had washed away their simple wooden cabin. Regardless, ever since, locals had teamed up to ensure that a cabin is always present on this rock. And as a result, the current hut is the 7th rendition of the structure, as the previous 6 had been washed away by the river. Now, the
Yeah.
river house began to catch the attention of people outside
So
Serbia
it's like
in
a community
1994,
thing, like
when an
everybody
annual
goes
regatta down the
and
river
like
was
adds
started,
to it.
as the regatta's path went directly besides this house. This led to it gaining more and more traction until a picture of the precarious place property earned a spot as one of the photos of the month in the August 2020
I'm surprised,
edition
like,
of
No
National
one tagged
Geographic,
it. Like, there's no like graffiti on the outside or
which then
something.
led to extensive media coverage
Maybe
of
on the
cabin.
inside, but you know.
Today, however, the Drina River House is a privately owned vacation home that
Oh.
can no longer be visited. It
Oh.
primarily stands as a testament to the hard work and perseverance of the local people. Regardless, so long as you're willing to run the risk of your home floating away, we'd suggest building one of your own in a waterway closer to home. Number 4, the Carrot House.
Nah.
While there are certainly several slim houses out there, the Carrot House holds the Guinness World Record for officially being the narrowest house in the world. located in
More than
Poland's
the other
capital
one,
city
that
of
little
Warsaw.
fucking
It was designed
6
and
feet one.
completed in 2012 by Jakob Stenste of the Polish
Yo.
architectural firm Centrale.
Yo,
after
no,
the idea was presented
you
as
can't
an
even-
artistic
no.
concept during the Wola Art Festival in 2009.
You can't even stand
Regarding
like
its size,
like
it measures in at
horizontally up in there
152 centimeters
properly.
at its widest, and a staggeringly small
You for
92
sure gotta have shelves.
centimeter
You're
at
gonna
its
hit
thinnest,
something.
with its total floor area coming in at a measly 14 square meters.
Okay.
As a result, it looks more like a glass brick than an actual apartment from the outside. Yet the inside of this structure is not short of any modern amenities. That's because despite its minuscule
It's
two-story
barely
layout,
shoulder
it
width.
squeezes in a bedroom, kitchen, bathroom, and living area, with everything being connected by a ladder rather than a normal staircase. It lets in light via both two non-opening windows and
It does look
translucent
nice
glass
though.
panels
I'm
that
not
make
gonna
up the
lie, it does look
walls,
nice.
and it takes all of its electricity from a
A lot
neighboring
nicer
building.
than the
And to top this
that
off,
other
with almost
thin one.
everything inside being painted white, and with almost every appliance being top of the line, it surely is a stylish place to stay. Yet what is perhaps most interesting of all is that the Carrot House functions as a home for traveling writers and artists when they visit the city. You see, the name
yeah,
for the building
I
actually
wouldn't
comes
see
from an
someone
Israeli
living into
author and filmmaker
this
by the name of
place
Etgar
long
Keret,
term.
as he led the commission for the house and was its
Etgar.
first resident. As a result, the residence is supposed to always be housing artistic individuals like him. However,
Oh.
that doesn't mean that the Carrot House doesn't come at a steep price. After all, considering that it costs 2,500 euros for a 10-night stay, and
What?
all artistic work has to be
Not
shown
even a
upon
month?
the completion of the residency, it's clear that this property is only suitable for the most serious artists out there. Number 3.
What?
Minimalist homes.
For
Now,
10
many
days
of
is
the
not
entries
enough,
on this
bro.
list were custom built. If you're not exactly one of the handiest people out there, then tiny houses offered by Minimalist Homes may be for you. That's because this firm, which is based in Quebec, Canada, creates small houses on wheels based on stylish yet pre-made models. Although they offer a grand total of 14 different models, the Sequoia stands apart for being the smallest and cheapest of them all. Coming in at just 16 square meters,
That's
this
solid.
pint-sized property comes in at a pretty reasonable price of $67,000 US. And because it was the company's
That's
first
pretty
ever
solid.
model, it has served as their prototype for
I'll
all their
take it.
designs that have come afterwards. Interestingly enough, it's a 2-story home and features a living room, kitchen, bathroom, and loft bedroom.
No, that's good.
Now, the living room is perhaps the most interesting
storage
part
at
of
the
the
floor.
house, as it has folding tables that allow the
That is
space
a
to be
small,
arranged for different
fridge.
purposes, and floor storage that allows for extra space. The kitchen features modern stainless steel countertops and has the bathroom close by in
It
order
looks
to use
nice.
the space efficiently. Yet the highlight of the house is definitely the loft bedroom, as it not only has a large and comfortable bed,
You
but
probably
also
gotta
2
sleep
all-new
diagonally.
windows can be left open in order to more easily ventilate the house. As a result, despite its
I could
small
live here,
size,
though.
the
I
Sequoia
don't know about
certainly
you, I
makes
could live
good
here.
use of the space that it does have at its disposal. Best of all, when you further consider that many additional aspects such as floor heating, skylights, and custom materials can be added, this tiny house really distinguishes itself as a simple yet stylish option.
Those are
Number
solid.
2. Tiny Smart
That might be
House.
one of my favorites right there. That one and the
If
smart
you're
house.
looking for a small home that
Wait, this
Number
one's a
2,
smart house?
Tiny Smart House.
Oh, the electric house or whatever the other one
If you're
is.
looking
Let's see
for a
what's up.
small home that won't break the bank, then you can't ask for much more, or should we say much less, than the designs
Rembrandts.
offered by Tiny Smart House. Located in Albany, Oregon, the company stands apart for not only selling small houses, but if you're a budget buyer, they're also
500?
selling simple shells and even building plans for those that don't want to pay for a full package. Take their flagship California Cabin as an example. Now, in and of itself, it is a beautiful yet small home, coming in a size as small as a standard trailer in regards to length and width. It features an all-wooden interior that has
No, this
living
ain't
space,
500 though,
kitchen,
right?
bathroom, and loft bedroom.
What was the
Now,
500
kitchen is probably
tag
the most
for?
impressive room of them all, as it comes with not only a 3-burner propane range, but 8 linear feet of painted cabinets, acacia butcher block countertop, and a drop-in double-bowl stainless steel sink, and a one-handle pull-down stainless steel faucet. It also has a great loft bedroom that it can either fit a large bed, or if desired, can instead be used for storage space. Best of all, with electrical, lighting, plumbing, and heating systems throughout, it really has everything you'd expect from a luxury home. And with a staggering price of $52,475
No,
for the basic version, it really is an economical option.
It's a smart house for that much. I know it's the base, but whatever the next thing is not too far off of the house previous to this. It might be
Of
the
course,
best choice.
despite this relatively
but-
modest price tag, this is of course a big expense for many. And as a result, the firm has gotten crafty in order to keep
Well-
the business of less high-ticket clients. That's because they also
What was
sell
so
more
smart about
budget-friendly
it? I feel like the
options
other
of
one
the
had
exact same cabin.
more.
For example, if you'd like the
True,
shell and
yeah.
no appliances, you can opt to pay just $26,238 for the home. And if you'd like to go out on a limb and build
Wait.
everything in the exact same cabin. For example, if you'd like the shell and no appliances, you can opt to pay just $26,238 for the home. And if
Get
you'd
your
like
own
to go out on a
appliances.
limb and build everything yourself, they sell detailed building plans of it for just $495.
I
As a
see that
result,
was.
it's clear that Tiny
That's what I
Smart
have
House
feeling.
really has products for every price range.
Yeah, it probably depends on the person
Number 1,
and how
the
handy they
Micro
are,
Mansion.
but I
As
think
far
I would
as
go with the
tiny
other one.
homes go, literally nothing can even come close to the cramped quarters offered by this micro mansion. That's because at just 20 micrometers long, this house is, as put by the team who created it, quote, not even able to accommodate a mite. Now,
Huh?
to put its small size in perspective, it measures less than the width of a human hair and was made from a layer of silica set on the tip of an optical fiber.
What?
This was done using a device
I'm
known as the
no, I'm
Robotex
slow. I didn't
platform, which
even
combined a
realize
beam
what
scanning
they're
electron microscope with a focused ion beam, a gas injection
What?
system, and a tiny maneuverable robot in order to make each aspect of the house.
No,
Inside of the scanning
no,
electron
that's
microscope's
that's
vacuum chamber,
crazy.
the assembly process itself was somewhat similar to the art of origami, with the focused ion beam and robot being used to make cuts and folds in order to create the home. Thanks to all of this precision, the result was a surprisingly realistic-looking home, as it had 4 walls, a door, windows, a tiled roof, and even a small
Is it not wild though? Like, I don't.
chimney. However, while the creation
microscopic
of this house
mansion.
really was just for fun, the team hopes that in the future, this Robotex platform's technology can be used in the medical field to help detect and destroy viruses. That's all we have for you today, everyone.
Say, hey, viruses, come in this house real quick. Yeah, come in this house. We got a spot for you to stay. Don't worry, don't worry. But that was the top 15 tiny homes that'll blow your mind. Let me know what was your favorite. I think honestly the smart house over here, this Glenn Bunsen was the best. I feel like it had more tech than the other smart house over here, where it's like there's different packages, sure, but it's like at that point it's like I might as well build it myself. Yeah, but let me know what y'all think.